Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. Again, my name is Jeffrey Davis. I'm host of Radio Entrepreneurs. And every week we like to check in with the fabulous Marc Z for our Marc Z moment. Welcome back, Marc.
Flattery will get you everywhere, Jeff. Thank you very much. Great to be back, and happy beginning of summer.
Oh, thank you very much. This is one of my foreign shows I'm hosting today from Montreal, Canada.
Very cool. Very cool. We're international.
Our international show. So, Marc, what's on the agenda today?
So, you know what, in the spirit of summer and the spirit of talking about the market, the job market, I thought we'd talk about internships. That's something that a lot of companies and firms are really utilizing as a way to recruit future employees. It's a great way for individuals to decide what type of profession that they like. If they're interested in accounting, there are accounting internships. If they're interested in working in the legal space, there are all different types of legal opportunities for different companies. Companies are actually having internships as small as 1 month as a way of recruiting individuals, give them a chance to see more about the company or the organization, and play somewhat of a productive role. But it's more of a recruiting technique. But for individuals who are deciding what they want to do with the next step, or they're in college, or they're in law school, or in some type of profession, or in business school, or any type of stage of their career, it's a great opportunity to learn a certain space.
That's great. And these internships, are they paid or unpaid? Because I know at one point in time, we used to be able to do internships unpaid. I'm not sure that still exists today.
Right. Today, with all the different regulations, depending on the states and the government, if it's unpaid, it usually has to be something for credit. And that's set up so you would get course credit on that. Otherwise, it has to be paid in some way, whether it's a minimum wage, whether it's a one set amount for the entire period, or if it's a bonus at the end of the period. But it's some type of payment, as there was just a lot of companies and organizations that took advantage of unpaid labor, and that's when the government stepped in. But there's still course credit that can be given, and it's win-win for organizations they can't afford to pay an intern.
So that's a form of compensation that you could get a course credit for it.
Correct. And again, it's one less course that somebody has to take by getting course credit for it. And a lot of it, it's a learning by working experience that they can put on their resume. It's a skill that they can use, and it's very helpful in obtaining future jobs. So for an individual, it's a opportunity to gain experience, it's an opportunity to gain skills, and it's an opportunity to learn, is this an area that I'd like to pursue for my career?
You know, going back many years, I once had an intern that did a summer internship for course credit, and they liked the job so much, they worked out something with their school that they were able to do an internship through the whole academic year with me, and then ended up staying with me, which was very beneficial on both sides. And absolutely. I do think it's a great way to test out new employees, incubate new employees, support existing employees. I do think it has multiple benefits.
Correct. And it's also a way on both sides, as you say, and I said, to see if this is something they want to do, and it potentially not only could lead to a long-term opportunity, but if it's something they don't want to do, prevent a short-term job and all the investment that goes in with hiring somebody from happening.
Have you ever helped organizations set any of these internships up? Sorry, I forgot the English language.
We crossed over for a second. We've talked to organizations, given them ideas, and helped them gain a working job description on some internships, as well as referring people to organizations that could be beneficial for them long term.
Great. Again, I always look forward to my Mark Z moment. If somebody else wants assistance with internships or whatever, organizational personnel development, how would they find you, Mark?
Well, first of all, go to the wonderful Radio Entrepreneurs website, radioentrepreneurs.com. Google Marc Z, M-A-R-C, and the letter Z. Go to marczlegal.com, M-A-R-C-Z, legal, L-E-G-A-L.com, and 617-338-1300.
Yes, and sorry for that brief brief break that I did not expect that. So remind everybody, you can find Marc Z on Radio Entrepreneurs every week. And I look forward to seeing you again next week, Marc, on Radio Entrepreneurs.